Hello everyone, my name is Joseph J. Davis, and in this video I will be demonstrating how I reload 9mm from start to finish. A few notes before we get started, this is not a tutorial. I am simply demonstrating my process of reloading 9mm ammunition. I am reloading 9x19mm Parabellum, also called 9mm Luger, or simply 9mm. I am reloading full metal jacket target ammunition. This is not for hunting or long-distance precision shooting. With that being said, here we go. The equipment I am using includes a Lee 4-hole classic turret press with carbide dies, a Lee Breech lock reloader single-stage press that I have set up as a dedicated depriming station, a Frankford Arsenal Rotary Tumbler with distilled water, brass polish, and stainless steel pins, an American Weigh Scales Gemini 20 portable scale for measuring powder, and an Anytime Tools dial caliper for taking measurements on completed cartridges. The components I am using are reclaimed brass, which gets inspected and cleaned, CCI No. 500 small pistol primers, Winchester 231 smokeless gunpowder with a 4.6 grain powder charge, and Speer TMJ 115 grain .355 inch diameter bullets. I start by inspecting and depriming the brass. Next up is cleaning. Cleaning is not required, but I prefer it. Not just to make it look pretty, but also easier to inspect and to prevent damage to my reloading dies. Loading up the rotary tumbler with brass, stainless steel pins, distilled water, brass polish, and letting it tumble for 2 hours. Once it's done tumbling, I drain the water, I'm so thirsty, dump the brass out, and using a transfer magnet, I get as many of these stainless steel pins separated out as I can. I'll put a fan on for air circulation and let it dry. Shiny. Now it's time to put it all together. With an empty case in the shell holder, first up is the sizing die to get the case back into shape and seat the primer. Next is the powdered through expanding die, which gives a little flare at the case mouth for the bullet to be seated and drops the 4.6 grains of powder into the case. Then the bullet seating die to, you guessed it, seat the bullet. Finally, the factory crimp die to give it a slight taper crimp. I'll make a batch of 10 and take it to the range for a test. I set up a bench rest at 7 yards to take as much as me out of the equation, and within 7 yards is where I do most of my shooting, especially for drills like the dot torture drill and casino drill. I'll shoot 2 sets of 5 and compare them to a factory load.
Hot dog.
Here's a side-by-side with my reloads on the left and Winchester White Box 115 grain full metal jacket ammunition on the right. My reloads are a tiny bit high into the left, and the Winchester White Box rounds are a tiny bit low into the left. I know I didn't have the best support hand grip, I was a little too relaxed with using the bench rest, but everything is inside of the 10 ring and about an inch from the center of the target, so I'm satisfied with the results. Now I just repeat the process until I'm done. I'll perform spot checks as I load. I'll check the powder charge to make sure that it's consistent, I'll measure the overall length of the completed round, and I'll do the plunk test, where I drop a round into the chamber to see if it goes in all the way and spins freely. I'll test in both a Beretta 92FS and a Glock 19 Gen 4 with factory magazines. And there you have it, how I reload 9mm from start to finish. Thanks for watching.